Alright, hey everybody, welcome to another episode of TEW Local to Global 1987. We're back after a month. And this is the longest break I've ever taken without uploading. I want to apologize for that. And since it's been a month, and I feel so sorry about it, today's episode is obviously going up, and then I'm going to upload another episode tomorrow, and then another one on Sunday. So I'm doing 3 days in a row as an apology. Please forgive me. Alright, let's get to it. So, since it's been so long, I don't remember which region we were doing. I think we were doing Mid-South. We were in fact doing Mid-South, okay. And this is the first Saturday Night's Wrestling, which is 90 minutes long. And since I don't remember what we were doing, I do remember DDP doing the International Diamond Ring Tournament. But I don't remember any of the storylines that much. I don't remember a lot about it. I do remember some elements. So Steve Williams turned on Jerry Lynn at the last episode. He turned heel. So we're going to start this episode off with a Steve Williams promo explaining his actions. So Steve Williams explains why he turned on Lynn, not of. Okay, since we have so much time, we're going to give this 8 minutes. Okay. So here is the Diamond Brigade, which will make its debut in today's episode. I know I didn't plan on showing it, but since I already did, we're going to show off the Diamond Brigade. So we got Diamond Dallas Page as the leader of the Diamond Brigade, after winning the Diamond Ring Tournament. As part of his stable, we also have Diamond Doll, Kimberly Page, DDP's real-life wife. We have Diamond's Day, another gimmick change for Glenn Jacobs, as he went from Happy Glenn Callis to Doomsday to now... Oh, he also went to the Christmas tree shirt. Now he is Diamond's Day. And Al Snow has been transformed into the Diamond Shinobi. And then we have one more Diamond, Simon Diamond, who I have not added to the stable, I don't believe. No, I have not. So we'll put Simon Diamond in there. And since all of their names start with Diamond, and Simon is the only one not starting with it, we're going to change Simon Diamond's name to Diamond Simon. So many diamonds in GCW. I thought diamonds were supposed to be rare. And yes, we'll make that an all. There you go. Alright. We're going to start the show off with a tag team contest. As we get the Armed Forces facing off... Actually, no. Let's do the right team. Alex Wright and his father, Steve Wright. The right team. I love that. Versus the Smoking Guns. Going to start off the show. Give us a 5-minute match with Billy Gunn getting the victory. We'll get another singles match after that with Taz. As Taz will get a squash victory over Aldo Montoya? Yeah, sure. So Taz will absolutely dominate Aldo Montoya, destroy him by submission, and afterwards he will cut a quick promo on Rob Van Dam, who he is facing at Championship Wrestling this episode. So Taz cuts a promo on RVD. Make that 4 minutes. We will then get another tag team contest, this time with the debuting Diamond Brigade. So Diamond Shinobi and Diamond's Day facing off against the Headbangers. Give them 4 minutes with Diamond's Day getting the victory. We will then have a promo with the Diamond Brigade. Diamond Dallas Page, the Diamond Shinobi, Diamond's Day, Diamond Doll, Diamond's Day, Diamond Simon. Alright. And then we'll get the 1, 2, 3 Kid to come out. And we'll put Diamond Doll on Sex Appeal. So, Diamond Brigade promo, 1, 2, 3 Kid comes out. make that a 7-minute segment. So we're down 1 storyline with the Diamond Brigade. We're down 2 with the Taz, RVD. We're down 3 with Steve Williams, Sting, and Jerry Lynn. I have my storylines on the side, which is why my mouse is on this side. I know you can't see it, that's why. We're going to give Chavo Guerrero a match, as he is building up to a match with his uncle Eddie Guerrero at Championship Wrestling this Sunday. So, Chavo will face off against Chris Jericho, and in 9 minutes, Chavo will be getting the victory. Tainted pinfall. Okay. That takes care of most of our storylines. What did we also do last episode, which was a month ago? I gotta stop saying it. The Eliminators, okay. We didn't get good challengers for Stunning Steve Austin and Brian Pillman, so we're gonna do that. The tag team champions are gonna cut a promo about how many tag teams are lacking in potential in GCW, how they are in a league of their own, and the Eliminators will come out for a challenge. So Perry Saturn and John Cronus. I love it. We have 90 minutes now. So much easier to put time on the matches. Alright. So, then we'll do a Johnny Ace match. Johnny Ace needs a match. Who can he face off against? I kind of want him to face off against a member of franchise. So Hunter Hearst Helmsley it is. Okay. Afterwards, Shane Douglas will attack, because of course he will. These two face off at Resilience and Romance, which would be this Sunday in real life Sunday. Since I'm uploading 3 episodes in a row. Well, 3 days in a row, I should say. Okay. So now we got one more storyline to take care of, and that's the Dustin Rhodes, Chris Candido. So, to take care of that, we're going to have Dustin Rhodes defend the Intercontinental... Oh, no. Chris Candido is the Intercontinental Champion. I forgot. Well, in that case, we'll have Chris Candido defend the Intercontinental Championship. He will defend it against... Let's do Jerry Lynn. Why not? With the Intercontinental Championship on the line, Chris Candido will be getting the victory by Tainted Pinfall after interference. We'll have distraction on Candido from Dustin Rhodes, but we will also have interference on Jerry Lynn from Steve Williams. Okay, let's run it. So, starting us off, we got Steve Williams coming out. He grabs a microphone and he says, the reason why I turned on Jerry Lynn is for one. There's one simple explanation, and it's, I'm not here to wait to be given the championship opportunity that I deserve. I'm here to go straight to the top. And if I have to take out some no-name jobber like Jerry Lynn, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Quick and simple. Smoking Guns defeat the Right Team in 4:45 when Billy Gunn defeated Steve Wright by pinfall with a double stun gun. Bart Gunn 51, Billy Gunn 44, Steve Wright 52, and Alex Wright 46. Afterwards, Taz destroys Aldo Montoya in 119 by submission with the Taz Mission. Taz with a 56, Aldo with a 34, 47. Afterwards, Taz grabs a microphone and he says, this next Sunday, RVD will feel the wrath of Taz. Beat me if you can, survive if I let you. That's it. Then Diamond's Day defeat the Headbangers in 3:35 when Diamond Brigade, when Diamond's Day defeat Thrasher by pinfall with a powerbomb and a splash from Shinobi from the top. Thrasher 36, Mosh 32, Diamond's Day 28, and Diamond Shinobi 56, 48. Afterwards, the Diamond Brigade cut a promo with DDP claiming he is the greatest wrestler in GCW. The 1-2-3 Kid does come out, and he says that he was screwed over at the International Diamond Ring Tournament by the promoter of the event, Diamond Dallas Page. It was all just a setup for him to win his own ring. So he wants a rematch at Championship Wrestling against Diamond Dallas Page, and DDP does agree to the match. Chavo Guerrero gets one over on Chris Jericho in 9 minutes by pinfall with a handful of tights. Actually, 74, I expected like a 55. Way better because they were out of the region. Jericho with a 69. Nice. Chavo with a 57. Then we got the Hollywood Blondes coming out to the ring, the tag team champions. They say that there is no team in GCW that has been able to match them in in-ring capability and capabilities on this microphone. Well, with the 57, you know. The Eliminators come out and they say that they've been champion a few times, more time than the Hollywood Blondes as tag team champions. So, at Championship Wrestling, it'll be the Hollywood Blondes defending the titles against the Eliminators. Then we get Johnny Ace defeating Hunter Hearst Helmsley in 13 minutes by pinfall with an Ace Crusher. Johnny Ace 72. Hunter Hearst Helmsley with a 62 as we get a 78. Shane Douglas attacks Johnny Ace right after the match, hitting him with the belly-to-belly suplex right into the mat. 75. And then our main event, Chris Candido defends the Intercontinental Championship in 15-11 after interference from Steve Williams. He makes defense number 2 of the IC title, 58 for both of them, a 68 to end our show with a 74, improving our popularity in 2 regions as always. So I'm noticing the 90-minute shows are taking much longer to book, which makes the episodes much longer in general. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight to that, and I'm going to think of a plan. Second show of today's episode, let's get straight to it. And we've got some new signings in GCW. We're going back to the Mid-South. We're going to start off the show with James J. Dillon making an announcement. J.J. Dillon announcement with Dustin Rhodes coming out. Excuse me, still a little sick. There you go. That's going to take care of 2 storylines at once. It's going to take care of the Dustin Rhodes, Chris Candido. It's going to take care also of Steve Williams versus Jerry Lynn versus Sting. I'll explain to you why in just a minute. Afterwards, we will have the debut of a new faction in a 5-on-5 contest. And no, it's not the Diamond Brigade. I have a new faction. Another new one. It is Lieutenant Flynn, Major Stash. Where are the other ones? Commander Cobra, General Riggs, and Commodore Kurgan. I love silly shit. Okay, so Headbangers. We're going to do Headbangers. We're going to do Men on a Mission, and we'll do Single Aldo Montoya. And Commodore Kurgan getting the victory. I love this shit. Alright. Afterwards, we will have a Chavo Guerrero matchup. Chavo will get a victory over Savio Vega. Alright. Afterwards, we will have a segment, if the game wants to load, with Stunning Steve Austin and Brian Pillman. Blondes will cut a backstage promo on the Eliminators. Okay, so that takes care of 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I need Johnny Ace, Shane Douglas, I need Taz, Rob Van Dam, and I need the Diamond Brigade. So for the Diamond Brigade, of course, we're going to do the Diamond Shinobi versus the 1-2-3 Kid in a 9-minute contest with the 1-2-3 Kid getting the victory. Afterwards, of course, we're going to have a beatdown. Diamond Dallas Page, the Diamond Shinobi, Diamond Stay, Diamond Simon, Diamond Stay, and the 1-2-3 Kid. And Lance Storm will be making the save. Diamond Simon. Okay, selling, and I don't know what to put you guys. What you on, Lance? Screw it. Not rated. The most boring man in all of pro wrestling, according to JBL. Okay. Diamond Brigade. Beats down 123 Kid. Landstorm makes the save. Alright. Now we need Taz, Rob Van Dam, and Johnny Ace, Shane Douglas. So for Johnny Ace, Shane Douglas, we're going to put Johnny Ace. No, you know what? That's not what we'll do. We're just going to do a normal match. Because I don't want to do 2 angles back to back. Not a fan of doing that. We'll do Ahmed Johnson versus Marcus Bagwell. And then we'll do the segment. We'll do Johnny Ace cutting a promo. Or we'll do Shane Douglas cutting promo with Johnny Ace coming out. So, Shane Douglas promo. Johnny Ace comes out. Okay, and then our main event. We will do a singles match between Diesel and Dustin Rhodes. It's going to be a 13-minute match with Dustin Rhodes getting the victory by disqualification after interference from Chris Candido. Let's run it. So, starting us off, we got J.J. Dillon coming down to the ring, and he makes the announcement. This Sunday at Championship Wrestling, Shane Douglas, not Shane Douglas. Where was I? Steve Williams will face off against Jerry Lynn. And if Steve Williams wins, he will be added to the world title match at Resilience and Romance between Sting and Jerry Lynn. And then Dustin Rhodes comes out. He wants his match against Chris Candido this Sunday to be a steel cage match to get franchise out of there. And JJ agrees under the condition that Dustin Rhodes defeat Diesel tonight. And Dustin obviously accepts. We then move to the debut of the Armed Forces, the greatest faction in GCW. Commodore Kurgan with an 11, General Riggs 32, Commander Cobra 34, Major Stash with a 16, Lieutenant Flynn with a 16 as well. They cannot be stopped. I'm just kidding. Chavo Guerrero defeats Savio Vega in 8 minutes by submission. Chavo building up for his match this Sunday against his uncle for the Cruiserweight Championship. Eddie versus Chavo. Guerrero versus Guerrero. The Hollywood Blondes cut a promo backstage on the Eliminators this Sunday, how they don't stand a chance against the former world champions. Not much to add. 1-2-3 Kids defeat Diamond Shinobi in 9:15 by pinfall with a tombstone. Shinobi with a 58. 1-2-3 with a 54-62. Afterwards, the Diamond Brigade beat down the 1-2-3 Kid, and Lance Storm makes the save. First of all, Howard Diamond, Dallas Page, and Diamond Dollar an awkward pairing. They're literally married. Okay? Like, sure, they're divorced now, but okay, maybe this actually does make sense. And then Ahmed Johnson defeats Marcus Bagwell in 7:55 by pinfall with a spinebuster. Not much to say. We're building up to a face turn for Marcus Bagwell, by the way. Shane Douglas cuts a promo, and Johnny Ace comes out. Shane Douglas on how he was the best out of the two of them in the Dynamic Dudes. The same old shit, basically. And Johnny Ace comes out and just challenges him to a brawl. And Shane Douglas does join him on the ramp as they brawl to the back. 68. Main event, Dustin Rhodes defeats Diesel in 13-12 by disqualification after Chris Candido ran in and attacked Dustin. This means, by technicality, Dustin versus Chris Candido this Sunday will be in a steel cage match with the Intercontinental Championship on the line. And if Dustin Rhodes does not defeat Chris Candido, he can never challenge for the Intercontinental Championship ever again. Pretty sure I mentioned that as a condition. I know I wanted to. I don't remember if I did, but I'm pretty sure that I did. But now it's in storyline, if I didn't. Alright, as always, I'm going to show you the results, not the booking. Let's get straight into Championship Wrestling 164. We are here, ladies and gentlemen, at Championship Wrestling 164. Let's get straight to it. 160 people short of a sellout as we open the show with Jim Cornette and Diesel cutting a promo challenging anybody in the back to come out and face the 7-foot monster in franchise's bodyguard Diesel. And Disco Inferno, the debuting Disco Inferno, comes out and he tells Cornette and Diesel that they need to start to have fun a little, live a little, party a little. Come on, let's go to the disco. It'll be an Inferno, and Jim Cornette takes that as a challenge for Diesel, and Diesel versus Disco Inferno is up next. And in a shocker, the debuting Disco Inferno defeats Diesel in 9:41 by countout. Diesel with a 74, and Disco, pretty sure they screwed that up. Pretty sure that's supposed to be 100. Anyway, Disco Inferno gets the victory in a shocker by countout. 58. We then see Ahmed Johnson defeating Dan Severn in 11:33 by pinfall with a spine buster. Ends with a 49. Ahmed 34. Dan Severn 55. We move on to Diamond Dallas Page versus the 1-2-3 Kid. And in a superb wrestling great heat match, DDP defeats the 1-2-3 Kid in 13 minutes by pinfall with a diamond cutter after Diamond Doll interfered. That's not what really happened. What really happened is Lance Storm accidentally hit 1-2-3 Kid with a chair when he tried to help him, which ended up costing him the match. DDP with an 86, the 1-2-3 Kid with a 61. 84, way better than I thought it was going to do. Next up, pretty sure it's Chavo versus Eddie. And in Great Wrestling Decent Reaction, Chavo Guerrero defeats his uncle in 16:30 by pinfall, illegally using the ropes for leverage. Chavo is the new Cruiserweight Champion. 58 for Chavo, 76 for Eddie, 82. As we move on to the next contest in this show, RVD versus Taz, and Taz defeats RVD in 14:42 by submission. He makes defense number 6 of the FTW Championship. RVD with a 70, Taz with an 81. 81 is the final score. After the match, Taz keeps the hold in for Mike Awesome to come out and make the save, and he beats down Taz as they brawl, and Mike Awesome cares for RVD, helps him to the back. 95. As we move on to the Intercontinental title match. Yeah. And I just realized I forgot to put the World Tag Team Championship match on this show. So let's just say that I didn't. Let's just pretend that it's not supposed to be tonight and it's supposed to be on Saturday night. GCW. So tomorrow, next episode, main event for the first Saturday Night's Wrestling will be the Eliminator versus Hollywood Blondes. I apologize for that. Totally forgot about it. Oh well. Chris Candido defeats Dustin Rhodes in a one-on-one cage match in 25:10 when Chris Candido escaped the cage. Dustin had successfully left the cage earlier, but the referee had been unconscious, so he missed it, which means, did Dustin really lose? Yes and no. So, kind of got out of the can never challenge again predicament. We'll see what JJ Dillon has to say about this on Saturday night's next episode. Chris Candido makes defense number 3 of the Intercontinental Championship. Chris Candido with a 76, Dustin with a 90, improves in technical skill, and 80. As we move to the main event, Steve Williams versus Jerry Lynn. If Steve Williams wins, he is added to the Resilience and Romance match, making it a triple threat. Let's be honest, we already knew that Steve Williams was going to get the victory. Superb wrestling and good heat. Steve Williams defeats Jerry Lynn in 1953 by pinfall with a backdrop driver. 77 for Williams, 76 for Jerry Lynn, 82. And after the match, Steve Williams continues the beatdown, but Sting makes his return and makes the save. So the match is written in stone. Steve Williams versus Jerry Lynn versus Sting at Resilience and Romance for Sting's GCW and WWA World Heavyweight Championships. And 80, not too shabby. Used Disco Inferno far too much. I don't think so. I disagree completely. You couldn't be more wrong. So Dustin Rhodes, Chris Candido, and Rob Bender. No, let's do DDP. And there we go. That's how we end this episode of GCW Local to Global. Make sure to like if you like this video, subscribe if you want more. I do apologize again for the delay in the video. It's been a month. I'm sorry about that. But I will have another episode out tomorrow as an apology, and another one out the day after as a very, very sorry. Alright, see you guys next time. Bye.